All right, hey guys, today my mission is to show you on this Facebook Live how you and your family can eat super quick but healthy, and while doing that, dairy and gluten-free. So I'm going to go over what our family's weekly staples are, and I don't even know where to begin because I have so many things here. So welcome to my kitchen, and hey, a few people popping on. Hey guys, thanks for coming. So I'm going to start, let's say, with the breakfasts. And although I'm going to grab collagen, I know many of you guys have heard me talk about gelatin, collagen, whatever you want to call it before, but I can't do a Facebook Live and talk about a staple without talking about this. Hey Becky. So this goes in our morning shake every day, and we have a morning smoothie basically every day, like 99.9% of the time. I also have my green juice, and we do recommend having it in the morning, but lately I've been having it in the afternoon as kind of like a nice little pick-me-up. But anyways, back to the smoothie. I put this in our smoothies every single morning. I don't personally consume protein powder anymore. I think it tastes sciencey. I think that you can get a more natural form of protein, and this is just pure animal protein. Really good for your skin. I won't go into all the benefits. Really good for your skin and your digestion, but this is something we have every single day. I often even put it in my black tea. So this is a morning staple. It goes in our smoothies. And with the smoothies, to make them dairy-free, we always use almond milk. And although we have made our own almond milk before, honestly, this is just a lot quicker, a lot more simple. So this is a staple. Like, you will see these in our diet every single day. When we make a smoothie, we actually make it for the three of us. So we make it for Matt, Rowan, and myself. And we almost go through a whole one of these a day just making that smoothie. Like, we probably go up to here making a smoothie, but it is an amazing way to kind of like fill it up without having dairy in it. And another staple we put in our smoothie in the morning is hemp hearts. So this is where I get the protein from. Not the protein powder, which is okay if you have a really good high quality vegan one. I do suggest Genuine Health if you're going to go down that route. But this is what we use for our protein in our smoothies. So we always have hemp hearts on hand, we always have gelatin on hand, and in our smoothies we add a banana, we add usually frozen mangoes or frozen berries, and then we have a fresh ginger, we have cacao. So we fill it up, and it's, we switch it around just by switching the fruit, but basically that's what you're going to find every single morning in our morning smoothies. And we make a massive one. So we have a Vitamix, and we use the really big container, and that sufficiently does the three of us. Often I'm even like refilling our glasses, not the whole way, but I would say like a quarter of the way or half of the way each. So it does pretty good, and that is an amazing way to start your day. After your green juice, if you're there. So I would say, let's start with those as the staples. Oh, another thing we use often is chia seeds. We do put these in our smoothies as well, but I would say most commonly we actually use chia seeds as chia seed milk or pudding. So for Rowan, I've been using these a lot because they're super high in calcium and iron and everything. So I've been putting these in like a mason jar, and then I add that almond milk in it. And then I put a little bit of vanilla. Yes, I know vanilla has alcohol in it, but it's a very, 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 very small amount. So I'm not concerned that Rowan's going to be becoming an alcoholic or anything, but we put a little bit of vanilla extract as well as a tiny little bit of 100% pure maple syrup, and sometimes we don't even add that. And she drinks it. Like, that is one of her morning or her afternoon drinks. So we do have this often in our smoothies, but lately we've been using it as either a chia seed milk for Rowan, sometimes for us, but more often for us we have it with as like a pudding style, so a little bit more of like a tapioca, so we don't put as much milk in. I don't like measuring stuff. I'm super lazy when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I literally go plop, plop with the milk, tiny little bit of the vanilla extract, and then a tiny little bit of the 100% maple syrup, and like bingo bango, that's done. So it might be different every day, it doesn't matter. It's all about the quality of the ingredients, and it's really forgiving. Like, you can't really screw it up. So that is a very common thing as well that you'll see kind of in our morning routine. Now, the lunches and the dinners are the same. So I often eat similar things during lunch that I would during dinner. So let me get into the snacks first. So snacks that we have regularly is hummus, and we often have it with gluten-free crackers. So we get these from Costco. We can also get hummus from Costco. This isn't the brand I believe you get there, but I could be wrong actually. But anyways, we do often get our hummus from Costco as well, just not this time. So these ones are gluten-free. They're really, really crunchy. So Rowan can't have them, but Matt and I love them. And they're really good with melted Earth Island cheese, dairy-free cheese, or goat's cheese on them as well, because they stay super crispy if you put them in the microwave. So this is a really common thing that you'll see in our house all the time. We have it multiple times during the week. We do have raw veggies with our hummus as well, but I just find that Matt and I, we really like to snack on things that are like the crunchy, and it's a great supplement to chips. So that, and then we also really enjoy these crackers. These ones are also from Costco. You can see we're a Costco fan, and I apologize. I realize some of these things are backwards because I need to have the phone this way to see what you're saying. But our RW Garcia is also a really good kind. This one has less ingredients, so it actually is better for you. The least amount of ingredients you find in a product, the better, typically. So, but this one is just really nice because it has that little bit of sweetness. You can get it in the sweet potato flavor as well as the beet flavor. They're both fantastic. I don't like the melted cheese on them, but they are really good with the hummus. And yeah, basically, that's really all we have them in, or with, to be honest. So that is a really common snack. And then my Larbars. I love my Larbars. Basically every day when Rowan goes down for her afternoon nap, it is my time before I start working to sit down with a tea, a black tea, often with some gelatin in it again, and I have it with a Larbar. This is my savior to conquering sweet cravings. I find it very filling. It only has a couple ingredients in it. This one actually has more because it's the chocolate chip one, but typically they only have about 3 ingredients in them. So they're a lot better than bars that you can find out there that have like lots of sugar added and lots of dairy in them, believe it or not, and lots of gluten. So this one's gluten, dairy-free, no matter what kind you get, at least in the bar style. I can't speak to any of the other new brands or like kinds that they're coming out with in the balls and stuff, so I can speak to these ones, and these ones are always gluten and dairy-free, and they're so satisfying. Yes, they have sugar in them. They actually have 22 grams of carbohydrates, 16 grams of sugar, but they're coming from dates, they're coming from nature, they're not that bad for you. So if you don't have a blood sugar problem that needs to be addressed, don't worry about it. It's a really nice pick-me-up, but it has the protein in it and the fat that actually helps to slow down your sugar spike. So, and if you add a couple more nuts with it, even better. So it doesn't spike your sugar that much. It obviously spikes your sugar because it has sugar, but it does have the protein and the fat in it to help slow that spike down and kind of keep you in that fat burning zone. But I can't say enough good things about these. I find that they help a lot of people with cravings. I have a whole bar, but sometimes as my snack, but sometimes after dinner, if I'm craving something sweet, I have like a bite of this, or the other staple I have, not to get into after dinner yet, is dairy-free chocolate chips. And this is the Enjoy Life brand. Ooh, they're so good. So I get these in the organic section at the superstore. I'm actually not sure if you can get these at Costco, but we always get them there. And what I like to do when I'm craving sugar is like we make like a little espresso, and then we put this in a bowl with some pumpkin seeds. So it's actually more pumpkin seeds than chocolate. It's not just a bowl of chocolate, but it satisfies that chocolate craving. And then once again, you're having it with the protein and the fat. So it's really helping to not spike your blood sugar and put you in that fat storing mode. It's gonna keep you in the fat burning mode. So not that you want to overdo it on this sugar, but it is a really great substitute, an alternative when you're craving it that you don't have to feel so guilty about, especially if you put it with things like pumpkin seeds that are going to be like full of nutrients and fiber for you. So I'm going to put these up here so I know what I've talked about. Okay, so let's get into more of the mealy type stuff. Let me start with avocado. So avocado, I put this all the time on our sprouted grain bread. Oops. So this is the Silver Hills Squirrely brand. We buy this a lot. We actually also get this in burger buns, hot dog buns, and I think that's all. Actually, yeah, we get the wraps in a different brand. And those are brown rice wraps. But those ones do have a little bit of gluten, so those are the only thing that's not 100% gluten-free. That's a staple, but the gluten is very easy to digest, so if you're not completely celiac, don't worry about it. It's actually super high quality, and you probably won't get bloated. You'll feel really good. I did go through a phase where I was like insanely sensitive to gluten, and I could not eat one of those, and I had to go gluten-free. But this bread is healthier, so if you don't need to go gluten-free with bread, just get the sprouted grain stuff. So much better for you than, like, say, a whole wheat or a whole grain. But back to avocado. I put avocado on that a lot, so that will honestly be a breakfast sometimes for me, or it could even be a lunch. So I will put a whole avocado. It's a meal, not a snack. So I will put the whole avocado on 2 slices of that bread, and then I will sprinkle it with a little bit of lemon juice and then sea salt. I'm sorry, I have this like lingering cough, but I'm not sick. So that is amazing, and it's so filling. It's really good for your skin. It's really good for your digestion and being regular. And we have avocados all the time. Rowan eats almost a whole one every day, and she poops like 4 to 6 times, and she is very healthy in that area, and I swear it's because of this and the chia seeds. So yeah, we have these every day. We love them. I never get sick of them. We typically have them with that, but we also have avocado with one of our main quick and fast dinners that we have all the time, and that is avocado pesto pasta. So we use an avocado or 2, and we add lemon, garlic, olive oil. We add nutritional yeast, which you can find in the organic section, usually on the bottom shelf. This is Bob's Red Milk, super high in vitamin B12, but it also kind of gives things that cheesy flavor, so that rich flavor. And we blend all that together, and you make it so quick. Honestly, your dinner is made within 15 minutes. It just matters how long it takes to boil, and then you cook the pasta, and then bingo bango, this is already done while that's cooking. And we put it on brown rice pasta. So this is another thing we often have with our avocados. So we use this brown rice pasta. I get this at the superstore, but Matt lately has been grabbing this stuff from Costco, which we love. And all the ingredient is in this is just chickpea, I believe. Yeah, chickpea flour. This is really high in protein too, compared to the brown rice pasta. So for 1 1/4 cup, it is 16 grams of protein. So for any of you that don't eat a lot of meat, we don't eat a lot of meat, we do eat it, but we don't eat a lot. This is a really excellent way to get your protein. But I personally find with the avocado pesto pasta that this one is the best. I really like putting it on this linguine, or is it fettuccine? Fettuccine, same thing, just different whip. So yeah, so that is what we have, and then we do put it on this sometimes, but I actually really like having this with sauteed vegetables and just like an olive oil and salt and pepper. Bingo, it's all done. So that is another staple you will always see. And then I would say the last thing that we have avocado with often is egg sandwiches. So I just posted something last night about having an egg sandwich. We have egg sandwiches often because they're super quick and they're really satisfying. But how do you make it healthy? Okay, and make it similar to, like, say, getting an egg McMuffin without the muffin. We get the bread I just showed you, but we get it a burger bun, and we fry the egg in coconut oil, okay, and which is amazing for cooking at high temperatures. So we cook it in coconut oil, and then we often put an avocado on top. We split it though, we don't have the whole one that time. And then we use Earth Island cheese. This is a dairy-free cheese I love specifically for melting on things like sandwiches. Like, so good for that. It's not and crackers. It's not as good just eating it, but it is it's the best dairy-free supplement or cheese supplement I have found that is dairy-free. It's really good, but it's super pricey. So once again, you find it in the organic section. Everything I've showed you so far is super cost-effective. Not so much here, but it's worth it. And how many slices does it have? 1, 2, 3. Does it say on here? 10 slices. So if you don't have it that often, it can last you like a week or so. But we probably eat egg sandwiches once or twice a week because they're so fast, and it's a really easy way to eat healthy. So we have it with that. But then we also, to like amp up the I don't know, savory, we add in some veganese, which you could just use regular mayo, excuse me, if you want. But we get this one, it's also Earth Island. And hot sauce, one of our favorite meals. So that egg sandwich, with avocado. A lot of people are afraid of having fat. Don't be afraid of having fat. You will be so satisfied, you won't be reaching for all that crap later on. So we have this egg sandwich for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not every day, not all in one day, but that is something that we have super often because it's delicious and it's satisfying. So there's another thing that we have often. And yeah, like I said, I also melt this on crackers sometimes, and then I put seasoned salt on top when I'm craving something really salty. All right, next. Oh, I should have said this earlier. I'm sorry. Almond butter. Sometimes we throw this in smoothies. Sometimes we throw this on toast. It's obviously almond butter. It's really good, and it's I don't know, high in protein, amazing for you. You know about almond butter. I won't bore you with all that. But yeah, we have that as a staple. That you see that regularly in our house, and we probably give it to Rowan every couple days. Okay, now before I go into these, I'll go into this. So another thing we've been doing a lot often lately is like cutting. So we get like a big thing of kale, if you can see this, and then we cut it all up. And as Kaylee taught me from Royally Fit, you cut it all up, and then you obviously wash it, spin it, all that kind of stuff, and then you put it in here, and then you massage it with olive oil and a little bit of lemon. So we get in there and we massage it up. My hands might not be clean right now, so I'm not gonna do it, but massage it up, and then it stays in the fridge all week. So we try and make a huge thing so we can like grab and plop and put it on a plate. It's super fast and super easy. And oh yeah, no, easy. Oh yeah, I haven't put these in yet. Actually, one of the things that we put on there often are these Kale Bites, which you can also get from Costco. I threw out the package. I probably shouldn't have. It's out in the garage right now, but you can find them at Costco in bulk. You can also get them at the grocery store, but these things are cooked in 10 minutes. And they're vegan. You don't have to be vegan, but they're really nice to add on even if you are having meat. And we have that on there. And then we add things like not sesame seed, like pumpkin seeds, and we add like a homemade dressing and stuff, so it really fills it up, and you can even add chicken. Hey Matt. Hey. Matt just came home. Maybe you can show me how to lift this up because it's too low. I can't figure it out. Anyway, so that's why I'm like down here. But so this is a big staple we've been having lately, and it's super quick. Like I just make this on Sunday, or Matt makes it on Sunday, and then as an example right behind me, you cook those for 10 minutes, you throw some stuff on top, and you literally just take stuff from your cupboard and throw it on top. The biggest thing about salads is that you don't go skimpy. Don't just have greens with some veggies and then some protein. Like you gotta like amp it up. So we'll grab like a can of chickpeas, we'll drain those, throw those on. It takes 2 seconds. We'll grab those take 10 minutes, and then we'll put like the seeds on there. Sometimes we cut up dates. It's really good to put on there for that little bit of sweetness as well, and the carbs. And yeah, and then that's it. Some people like hard-boiled eggs on it, and chicken. So whatever you want. So there's another staple. And then the last 2 things that we've been having regularly, more this coming up because of the season. One thing I've been having lately, you can see I love pasta, but you know what? You don't have to be afraid of pasta. It's actually quite good for you, especially if you get the good kinds that don't bloat you. But this one, it's a Daiya brand, once again backwards, so I apologize. But this is vegan and gluten-free. It doesn't have the best stuff in the ingredients. I'm not huge on it, however, it's better than the alternative sometimes of like grabbing KD, and it is super fast. So you can make this in like 10 minutes. I want to say 5 minutes, but it takes 5 minutes when it's actually boiling, but you have to take 5 minutes to boil the water too. So this is so good, and then sometimes we can even, we cut up like vegan sausages or, or like 100% beef hot dogs and put them in. It's like being a kid again. So that's delicious. And then this, another gluten and vegan option, or vegan-free, gluten-free option. Imagine what you find in the organic section. Once again, you're seeing a theme here, but don't be scared. Not everything's expensive, especially when you get a ton of crap from Costco. So this one, it's been really hard for me. Tomato soup's my favorite, which is funny because I don't really like tomatoes, but it is my favorite, and it's really hard to find without having a bunch of cream in it or milk. So this is one that I found, and I find it quite delicious, and we love cooking it with some of that bread I was showing you, and make grilled cheeses using coconut oil instead of butter. So, oh yeah, and that's the one other thing that we use as a staple is we use coconut oil as our butter substitute. So if you just want like a plain piece of toast with butter on it, put coconut oil on it and then a little bit of salt and it tastes just like butter. So those are our staples that we get all the time and that are really quick. Like everything is super quick. Like making that avocado pesto pasta, that takes like 10 minutes. Cutting this up and then cooking those, you could probably do it at the same time. 10 minutes, throw a couple things, maybe 15 minutes tops. 10 minutes. And then making the smoothies in the morning, 10 minutes. The egg sandwiches, 10 minutes. Like everything is so quick. So you can eat healthy. So what we do is we like meal prep on Sundays, and like we make all our green juice and we prep a couple meals. And now that the season's starting again with fall, we'll probably be putting something in the crock pot as well. Probably a chickpea stew that we really like. But then come around Wednesday, honestly, usually right around now, or Thursday, we're running out. So these are the things that we have from like Thursday, or like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday we go grocery shopping again, then we start planning our meals. And then often we do order in once a week. So we will order in Pizza Nova, and we'll get a gluten-free, dairy-free pizza from there, or we'll go Indian. And I will get stuff that is dairy-free for me anyways, dairy-free from Indian food. Matt doesn't always, but it's, I don't know, it's a nice treat once in a while not have to cook. But you just spend like 2 hours meal prepping on Sunday, so you have yourself and your family covered for those, you know, the first like hitting the pavement and the beginning of the week, and then you have these super quick options throughout the week too. So you have them for lunches, you have them for breakfasts, you have them for dinners when you're in a pinch. And yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be daunting. So, and it doesn't also have to be super expensive. I'm not saying it's cheap, but you can get a ton of amazing things from Costco now. So let me go through and see if there's any comments and questions here. Thank you so much for popping on, guys. It's so amazing to see all you on here. Oops, sorry, I shouldn't trust that because it just makes it really wobbly. Where do you buy the Lara bars? Costco doesn't have them anymore. You know, this is like my little secret, and I almost don't want to say anything because then everyone's going to go there and they might catch on. But the best place to buy Lara bars, excuse me, is the Whippy Superstore at Brock and Taunton. You can get a box. So you can get this box for like half the price that you normally get at a grocery store. So this is what, like 16 bucks? Instead of 30, I believe. So that's where we get our Lara bars. They're super cheap there. I don't know why. They were that price in Milton, and then when we came here and we went to other grocery stores, we're like, what is going on? Why are they like double the price? And then we found them at that particular location for that price. And I hope they don't see this Facebook Live and change it, but that's where we get those from. So I hope that helps, Sinead. If you're down for the drive, you can save 50%. Superstore and Walmart have the Lara bars. Oh, I've never got them from Walmart. That's good to know. I do all my baking with Enjoy Life chocolate chips now. We had a handful of healthier versions of things like zucchini bread, or 2 healthier versions of things like zucchini bread muffins to make us ... Still can't figure out how to see the rest of the comment. But yeah, I love those chocolate chips. Like they are our sugar, I don't know, savior. Especially for Matt, who loves sweet treats. So he really likes having stuff like that after dinner. So we just had, or he mostly had, a bowl of that last night with the pumpkin seeds that guy's talking about. We had an espresso and I had a bite, but it's great because then you're not downing a whole bunch of other crap, right? And it's very controlled. Where do you buy that brand of bread? We get that from the Superstore. However, I think you can get it from Costco now, and that's the Costco guy here. But I think you can get it from Costco as well. So I hope that helps, Andrea. I got mine. Oh, okay, somebody already answered that. Oh yeah, Costco sells the bread now too. That's awesome. Thanks, Ash, for answering my question, which was actually answering it before I even asked it. The bread goes on sale at Loblaws and Superstore. Yeah, we stock up when it's on sale, and you don't find the burger buns and hot dog buns as much through the winter season for obvious reasons, so we'll probably be stocking up on those soon too. So if you like those, do the same. We just brought sprouted grain bread today from Costco to try. It's so good. You will find it's so much more satisfying, April, and you don't get that bloated, heavy feeling after. And it's, I don't know, I love it. I'll never go back to any other bread. Earth Island just came out with a shredded cheese version that is supposed to melt better. Cameron and I have been having it on wraps for lunch. We haven't, I don't think we've tried that yet, but I have seen it. excuse me, but I find that one actually melts pretty good. I don't know why I'm like coughing and burping so much. It's disgusting. I'm taking so much air in. What were the names? PF and Buyers again. Well, I don't know what that question is, Leslie. Oh, bites. Oh, the bites again. I was gonna say, how much wine have you drank? The brand is Yves, so YVES, and we get that from Costco, but you can also get it from most grocery stores, but you'll find it in the vegan section. So kind of like where sometimes, you know, like the center islands where they'll have like the hummus or whatever, wherever you find that center island that has the vegan stuff, that's typically where you find those bites, and they're quite tasty. I really like them. But yeah, and for any of you, I should have said this at the beginning, for any of you that want some recipes, I'm going to add a link below for Hereafter, and then you can give me your email, and then I will send you our staple meals and like the ingredients, how to make them, all that kind of stuff. So for those of you that are like, holy crap, that was a lot of information, you can't write that fast, I can send it all to you. So I'm happy to do that. Kind of like our staples that we always have that are super quick, and you have no excuse not to eat healthy. You don't have to go through the drive-thru. The hubby and I have that soup all the time. We love a butternut squash soup. Oh yeah, that one's really good. You know what I like adding to it too, Ash? The butternut squash one is the nutritional yeast. So then you get that extra vitamin B, but you don't. Matt, do you mind lifting this up for me if you're here? Yeah. But you don't have, and it gives it like that extra cheesy flavor. So actually, I might be done now. You might not have to. So anyways, thanks for hanging out with me in my kitchen, guys. And hey, Jillian, I see you're just joining now, and I'm about to leave. And Matt's finally, not finally, he just got home. I shouldn't sound like I'm giving him crap. But
is that high enough?
Yeah, it's perfect. And then now it's done. No, Facebook Live is done. I was like this the whole time, like leaning in.
You're looking very interested in
yeah, I'm very interested in what everyone is saying. I would love your crock pot recipe for that chickpea stew thing you mentioned. Yeah, it's actually on our Royally Fit online as well, Becky. So if you go on there, I know a lot of people don't log on there to look at the recipes because we send the meal plans, but if you go on there, it's on there. But I'll still send all these recipes to you. Just let me know which ones, or let me know who wants them by giving me your email and that link. Even if I have your email already, I won't know who wants these recipes unless you let me know. Awesome. You're most welcome. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to stop now because Matt's got home late these last couple nights and I would like to hang out. So I hope everyone has a fantastic day or night, and thanks for joining. And a day tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. On Friday for our Facebook Live, Kaylee and I are going to be doing a cooking Facebook Live. And when I say Kaylee and I mean more Kaylee because I'm not very good at cooking. Matt will tell you. Do you still eat natural peanut butter or just almond butter? We do eat natural peanut butter, but not as much. If it's around, we'll eat it, but we mostly just have the almond butter now because it doesn't have, it's not produced and grown in mold. So it's better for allergies and stuff. Mm-hmm. So Matt agrees.
That's true. I've heard that.
Yes. So anyways, thank you so much, guys. I will go on the computer right now before I start hanging out with Matt to give you guys that link so you can let me know if you want those recipes. And yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. And hey, Kristen, I'm about to leave now. Thanks so much, and I will see you guys on Friday. My Facebook Live with Kaylee on Fridays at 10:30. Okay, see you there.